Hi guys, we're gonna react to the Diablo 4 Book of Lorath Episode 1 creation video. Just to get just get some lore. Why not? Let's get on with it.
A long way to be disappointed, young scholar. Life has taught me well that evil is inevitable and can never be truly destroyed.
Fair enough.
It can be banished, it can be thwarted, it can be driven back.
Oh, that's the book you look at in the table in the cabin.
Weak.
In the game.
Evil is seductive. And those who would do nothing in the face of malevolence are cowards.
Cool.
You seek a weapon against the darkness rising in Sanctuary. The only thing I can arm you with is knowledge.
Hey, knowledge is power.
So when evil finds a foothold and flourishes once again, at least I can say it was not due to ignorance. For untold eons, an eternal conflict has raged between the demonic hordes of the burning hells and the angelic host of the high heavens. Scholars have spilled gallons of ink and spent their eyesight in dim
between hell and heaven,
writing and debating how these two factions began and what came before them, before us. It is said the first.
So is Diablo? Is this still gonna be? I'm curious if this. That's creation, episode 1 creation. I'm curious if it's gonna be like the lore for the whole Diablo series in whole, or is this Diablo 4? You know, in like accordance to Diablo 4.
Being Anu was the sum of all things, good and evil, light and dark, physical and mystical, joy and sadness. The one. Anu wished to be free from the malignance of evil, and so separate and expelled the darkness within. But what is cast off does not simply disappear.
So you got rid of the evil and
found its
inside of him, and so it became an entity of itself. Oh, this is cool. Like the figures and stuff. I really like ink drawings like this. Like this looks good. I'm not really like the artwork for this. I feel like
the prime evil.
Prime evil, Testament
with Anu to their mutual destruction.
So they both died.
It is said, when the remains of these two titans settled, the universe as we know it came into existence.
Came into existence, and between the bodies
of the high heavens
of them,
the burning hells,
became like
pandemonium.
Their bodies gave birth to demons and angels.
Gave birth to the burning hells, and each of the 7 heads transformed into the 7 great evils.
Oh, interesting.
Each with dominion over their own realm. The 3 most dominant of these inherited the title of prime evil, feeding off one another to maintain dominion and rule over the legions of the burning hells. There was Mephisto, Lord of Hatred.
Okay, so
intelligence.
We got Mephisto. I know Diablo's going to be the other prime evil. Is Lilith going to be the 3rd one?
Cunning, father of Lucian and Lilith, the mother of Sanctuary. Baal, Lord of Destruction, corrupter of the World Stone. And Diablo, Lord of Terror. As Deckard Cain once wrote, for as long as man fears the dark, Diablo will remain the most insidious and, I would argue, the most powerful of all the evils. The 4 lesser evils, no less dangerous to the people of Sanctuary, are not to be discounted on the basis of their titles. Underestimating their capabilities and intentions is a sure path to our destruction. Belial, Lord of Lies, uses poisonous untruths to create an ever darker, fractious world. Duriel, Lord of Pain, revels in the cacophonous screams of those in physical agony. Even demons are no stranger to his torment. Andariel, the Maiden of Anguish, is the counterpart of Duriel, whereas he delights in bodily torment.
I don't know if we fought Andariel or Duriel.
Derives pleasure from
I know
we
killed Asmodeus and
Asmodan, the Lord of Sin,
Asmodan,
the clever manipulator and master of temptation, loves vice in all its forms, but revels most in the failures of others. demonic hordes spawned from the vile cavities of the burning hells. A host of ravenous, furious monstrosities that reflected the poisonous elements of their progenitor. There are demons beyond counting in the burning hells.
Why does the word progenitor sound so badass? But I like how the ink drawing gave birth to like color and shit. Like this looks nice. This would be a solid ass tattoo to get, honestly.
Center of the high heavens lies the crystal arch, said to be formed of Anu's spine. When it vibrates in perfect harmony, an angel is created, embodying an aspect of what Anu had once been. The purest of these become archangels, and 5 rose above the rest to lead the host of the high heavens. Imperius, Archangel of Valor, a brilliant tactician who commanded the warriors of heaven and led them into battle with hell, but whose pride has led to much destruction. Tyrael, former Archangel of Justice,
Not former.
who abandoned his rigid dedication to justice and took up the aspect of wisdom instead. He supported the many causes of humanity, renounced his angelic nature, and fell to earth as a mortal. Sanctuary would have fallen to darkness long ago without his aid. Inarius, creator of Sanctuary, served under Tyrael and was an advisor to the council until he rebelled.
I don't know why he rebelled.
Oriel, the Archangel of Hope, who embodies the shining light of a bright future and sees the potential for good in all things, but who is no less a warrior than the others, dispatching those who spread despair and darkness. She is said to lead the chorus of the high heavens.
We picked the best voice for this. Like the best person to like tell this.
Who comprehends the tangled web of fate and time.
Like the voice, it's a voice of a storyteller.
Obscure to him, unseeable, because we are not of the natural order of creation.
And of course,
Malthael, the former
Malthael.
Archangel of Wisdom, who fell to darkness and brought ruin to Sanctuary
and
when
we
he
killed
abandoned the aspect of wisdom and took up the aspect of death. I encountered him once, long ago, and barely escaped with my life. Few who met him after his transformation survived. After all, no one can stop death. These 5 archangels formed the Angiras Council and ruled heaven in harmony until Malthael abandoned heaven. The council fell to confusion and dissension. Their unity diminished. Alongside heaven and hell, there is a 3rd realm, and this is where our next story begins and ends. Where Anu and Tathamed slew one another, the violence scarred the cosmos and birthed the plane of pandemonium.
no.
Violence scarred.
What if I remove closed caption? On.
Where Anu and Tathamed slew one another, the violence scarred the cosmos and birthed the plane of pandemonium. It was here the World Stone, also called the Eye of Anu, came to rest.
I was late.
The plane of pandemonium. It was here the hell. There is a 3rd
I
realm,
need print screen.
and this is where our next story begins
perfect.
and ends. Where Anu and Tathamed slew one another, the violence scarred the cosmos and birthed the plane of pandemonium. It was here the World Stone, also called the Eye of Anu, birthed the
I did it wrong. I did it wrong. I want a screenshot of this because this is
heaven
badass.
And hell, there is a 3rd realm, and this is where our next story begins and ends. Where Anu and Tathamed
You know, I could probably find it online. It's fine.
The violence scarred the cosmos and birthed the plane of pandemonium. It was here the World Stone, also called the Eye of Anu, came to rest. A mountain-sized artifact of infinite power that embodied the endless cycles of birth and death, destruction and creation. desire to control its infinite power fueled the eternal conflict.
The eternal conflict.
Until Inarius and Lilith stole it and used it to create Sanctuary. The hour grows late. The fire is dying and the cold is unrelenting. Come back if you're still alive, and I'll tell you the tale of our creation. Of our creators, Lilith and Inarius, mother and father of Sanctuary, and the long, bloody history of the eternal conflict.
This is a badass way to...
For now, we should rest.
Like, tell the lore of Diablo. Like, this is awesome. Like, they should do this more. I know there's only, like, there's a second episode that I'm gonna react to, but like this style of storytelling and then using the voice actor for Lorath to tell this story, pristine. He's like the perfect storyteller voice. But overall, like, this is very interesting. I mean, a lot of this we already know for the most part, so we encountered a lot of it in D3, obviously. Get color. Like a lot of these, did not know about Tathamet and Anu, but like majority of these characters we encounter in Diablo 3. Not Lucian, but I think we killed like. I feel like we fought Duriel. I'm not sure about Andariel, but like we killed like a majority of every one of these in D3 besides Lilith and Lucian and maybe Andariel. And then we encountered all of these guys in Diablo 3 besides Inarius, I believe. But yeah, this is really cool. I really like this. And again, this would be a badass tattoo.